Hi, it's Lisa Pierce, Executive Editor of Packaging Digest, reporting from the Global Food and Beverage Packaging Summit, presented by Packaging Digest here in beautiful Chicago, nice and hot Chicago in July. And I'm here talking with Gail Barnes, who is the partner of Personify. She had spoken at a presentation a little bit earlier today. And Gail, what was one of the main points or the main point of your presentation?
My presentation was an industry case study from the dairy industry on the importance of making informed decisions. We all want to do the right thing for the environment, but sometimes what sounds right is not necessarily the right thing to do. So I was using an example of life cycle analysis in the dairy industry to show how the results of that study can be used to make informed decisions. And then I shared some examples of best practice around the world of what people are doing as an inspiration that can be used in this market.
And one of the surprising results of the study was around aseptic packaging. Do you mind taking a moment to talk about the implications of the study?
Absolutely. What made this study different from previous life cycle analyses that have been done is that it involved processing as well as packaging. So
that changes the picture a little bit sometimes.
It does, because if you saw the footprint of a gallon of milk that I showed earlier, processing has a bigger part of the footprint than packaging does. So when you put the two together, it gives you a different perspective.
Right.
And that's why when we did the study, and we did it across 18 systems, both in the home and on the go, we really found very little difference between the packaging systems that we studied, whether they were chilled or whether they were aseptic. Now, the lesson coming out of that was that one should really try and optimize what you're using. And this is very much a situation where less is more. To use less raw materials and to reduce and to use less energy regardless of which packaging system you happen to be using. So those were the two big lessons.
Okay, great. Thank you, Gail. Now, here we are almost at the end of day two. Day one, I'm sorry. Okay. So here we are at the end of, almost at the end of day one. Gail, you've been here most of the day, all of the day. Can you tell me what else you've heard today that's kind of sparked your interest?
Well, I love that there were so many multinational companies here. Loved that Pepsi was here, that there were multiple speakers from PepsiCo. Of course, to have Starbucks on the podium and to have them as part of the panel I was moderating with Miller Coors and the lady from the Can Packaging Institute. A lot of fun. You know, we almost felt that we could have used 2 or 3 times the amount of time that we had. There were so many questions, and the audience was so engaged, and really we were having as much fun as they were.
Good, good. So, Gail, do you think you would recommend this conference to others?
I think so, yes, because it has a wonderful, strike that. I think so, yes. That's a South African manner of speaking, which means of course I would. If I was American, what a question. There are so many interesting people here. I love that there's a list in the brochure of how to get the most out of the conference. You know, go to dinner with someone interesting tonight. Don't just stay for the reception. Turn and talk to the person next to you. I love the way the organizers have really gone the extra mile, not just here at the conference, but before we even got here online. If I Googled my name and Googled global packaging, my bio would come up, details of the presentation would come up, who the panel members were. Really, kudos to the folks who put this on, whether it's virtual or whether it's here. Extremely well organized, and really appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Gail. Really appreciate you joining the panel. Thank you.